Okay guys, so we should be good to go now. I'm sorry for the delayed start. I wanted to implement a new scheme here, like in Faulty Towers. But as in there, it didn't work the way I expected the first time. So hopefully tomorrow's stream will be something new and improved. But today we're going to go with the old setup, so what is reliable and I know what works. Here, sorry Soltigo. Wanted to get the new overlay working, but I didn't have time to test it, and it just didn't fly. Did not fly. So we'll get the old setup going on for today. We've got 30-30. I want to finish this down in like 2.5 hours. Normally my simuls are about 3-hour length, but I have some important stuff tomorrow, so I want to get to bed at a reasonable time tonight. I knew we should have done. I wanted to do a test too, but I had some issues, serious personal issues, so we will get it running tomorrow. Alright, enough said. Let's get the simul started. Let me move this over here. Hold on a second. Alright. Get my old setup in place, and we should be good to go. Ambulance emote at hand. I'm going to start the simul here. 30-30, 40 minutes extra, random color, create. Okay, welcome everyone. I'm sorry for the 10-minute delay getting the simul started. I'm going to take subscribers and maybe a few regulars who are friends of the stream till we fill up to 20, maximum 21 players. No, I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. To me, like a 5-5 simul is sort of insane, you know. I mean, if it's like 5 people, I can understand, you know. But you're playing like multiple blitz games at the same time, but other than that, it's silly. Anyways, 30-30 simul, I think it's worth waiting for. Serious game. We can get a fair quality game with this time control. International Master Will Paschall, good to see you peoples. Thank you for supporting the stream. This is my second one back. Soltigo, thanks. We are streaming. It is working. This is my second stream back here from Budapest. Thank you guys for hosting Chess Pots or Whales. I didn't notice if anyone else was hosting. I didn't notice when Soltigo came on. He might have been streaming before me. He brought a raid. I'm not sure. We've got... I'm a little disorganized here. Meant to be on time, but we are a little bit late. Okay, guys. Let me do one last thing before we start. Just wanted to check how this looks. What is... Oh. Alright. Yeah, we're crooked. Alright, let's fix it. Let's fix it. I'm looking professional here. It was a last minute fail. So we'll have it up and running tomorrow for you guys, hopefully. And if not tomorrow, then the following day. One of these days we'll get it right. Alright. That looks a little better. A little low, no? That's good. Alright. Alright, good enough for now, guys. Rufus and Doofus and Chess Pots or Whales are hosting, so let's grab some players. Acerbate, Bombast. Bombast's not a subscriber, but he's a big regular here. Crow Chess Fans becoming a regular. James, Merle Dixon. Okay. Save a Dog, you're a subscriber too, right? Gotta get used to that. Soltigo. I grabbed someone by accident. QX. No, QX. QX is not gonna fly because he doesn't have established rating. I asked everybody to have like 100 rated games. I hate that the names move when you're trying to grab them. I just want to like blame. I want to blame OBS Streamlabs software for the fact that this was messed up because I can't copy and paste my stream key. I don't think that's actually the problem though. I thought I got the stream key right. I think there's some other bug, Soltigo. I can't figure out what it was though. I can't guess. I thought the stream key was good. All right, let's go. So Steve, Super Sebi, we got 14 players. I do ask that people who are going to play have an established rating with like based on 100 games or more. What was in Budapest? That's where I live. Just relevant for those reasons only. Terry, hello. I am in Budapest, where I live most larger portion of the year. I just came back from the United States. Okay, guys, we got room for 6 more players. Let's see who's got established ratings and who don't. Okay, and I really want to know that you guys, if you want to play, that you're willing to play for 2.5 hours. Quam, haven't seen you in a while. Who else we got? Aditya Panda, I think I played before. Maybe not. That's strange. Yes, we did. Okay, he's busy playing like 1-minute chess. Okay, very devoted to this game. Edwin, Murderous Spartan, welcome. Are you playing, sir? Me Seeks. Pichu, are you in the simul? Yes, I grabbed you. Okay, Becker. Boris Becker. Alright, Lou. We'll take Lou. He's got a lot of games. I like to see that. People who are going to be, you know, Zaid. Salah Zaid. He's got 300 games. It's kind of a new account. I'll take Aditya and 2 more till we get 20 players. Mohammed has enough games, though not in longer time controls. But that's cool. And then Poisson, my excellent French. Well, he has enough games. All right, that's 20 players. Last call for anybody who's like a subscriber. I can only handle 20 games. Can I join the simul? I can't get everybody in. Whatever. Alright, that's 20 players. We're going to get it started. Please don't anybody drop out. Mark Pasternak. Wow, that's an interesting quote. Okay, so start the simul. I'm sorry if anybody didn't get in. I really am. I mean it from my heart. But we've got important stuff tomorrow. School is starting here and everywhere in the world, in the Western world at least. Okay, E4. I gotta go back to elementary school now. Not me. Other people. Antonio Morales. I hope Terry didn't want to play, but I didn't see him out there. Or did I? I didn't see Marwa on the list. Pichu, okay. E4 as usual. What? Are you like requesting? I'll play the opposite. I don't want to play E4 against Saul. But you're white and you played E4. Okay, I'm a little bit slow today, guys. I didn't have my beer tonight. Alright, E4, E5. Thank you guys. I had a couple donations from Merle Dixon and Asterbait before the stream started. I want to thank you for that. I was a little flustered before the stream. Some problems came up the last minute. Excuses. But really, it was unforeseen. Some unforeseen circumstances. Didn't get to test the thing out. Alright. But anyway, we're good to go. Simul's fine. Academy Awards, new account. Yeah, I think I checked that. But only 20 players. I'm going to lean toward the players who have more games. They're less likely to drop out of the simul midway through. I've got to move a little bit faster here though, because this is 30-30, and I've been doing mostly like 40 simuls, which actually makes a big difference. In the long term, about half an hour difference, but it feels a lot. It feels a lot slower. All right, Crow Chess Fan. Merle Dixon is so solid, Merle. Merle, what am I gonna do with you? You play the Slav, right? Oh, God. I hate the Slav. Poisson. I don't even want to attempt to try to pronounce things correctly in French. Saul says more a gambit. Alright, I'm just going to ignore Saul's comments because he's trying to get me to do crazy things. Or he's going to play the more gambit. I don't even know what color he is. Okay, this has got to be faster. Okay, Bombus. Why am I playing the Pirts against Bombus? For something totally different. Usually the stronger players, like the guys who are 2000, 2100, I try to play a little bit like my better openings, you know, and then I can experiment more. S4 is here. He's playing the Moro Gambit. Okay. I can experiment more with the lower rated players, which is natural. But I still try to take it very seriously. Play B6 against Super Sebi. Kind of a risky move there. Okay, Morales. Oh man. How many times have we played the freaking... I'm thinking a Mule Skinner though. You've copied Mule Skinner. Mule Skinner's not here in the simul. Alright, let's try something experimental with the A6 there. Good luck, everybody. We got the Streamlabs set up, but it didn't fly when I tried to get it started. So I don't know what the problem is. I'll get that running in the next couple days. Bishop C4. That's not a bad line. Lou. James is playing the modern Pierce. Modern. Transposition. You don't like pawns. Yeah. Okay. We know that, S4. We know that you like the initiative, and it's I think it's the right way to play chess. Even the most latest computers are becoming less materialistic. I think material is something that we hang on to when we're beginners. The concept of materialism, because it's the easiest one of the principles in chess, really, to kind of identify with. I don't know why I want to play. I don't know what's making me want to play the. I want to play the Schliemann. Actually, Nefedov's not here, and that's unusual. And he would be proud to see me play the Schliemann. Schliemann, or what is it? The Janisch. All right, Janisch. So D3. It's not as incisive as some other moves. I mean, you got to do D3 though. Really, I hate this system. All right, Quam playing an open Sicilian. I'm gonna have to move a little bit faster. Antonio says sorry. Don't be sorry, my friend. Never be sorry. And never say sorry unless you mean it, right? Alright, save a dog. Modern kind of Owen defense there, or English defense. James. Okay, Mr. Coffee employs a strange move order here. Or is it? No, that's alright. It would be strange if he had played C4. This is fine, actually. Okay, never mind. Mr. Coffee expanding his coffee horizons. Poisson. And, well, we've got two different approaches. Let's try the double fianchetto. A couple new players. Berserk is being provoking here. He's provoking me, saying sorry. Don't say sorry. Pichu, very solid. So guys, we're back to 6 days a week, hopefully, rather than the 5 I was doing during the summer. That's the first thing. This is kind of a weird move from Blue here. Bishop E3. Not something you'd see typically in this type of formation. It's not tragically bad, but I don't know that that's the bishop. But the bishop knows where it wants to go in that kind of position. Okay. Did I do something strange? No. Okay. Yeah, very unusual move from S4 here. I think he might have played this against me, or somebody might have played this against me once before. Looks pretty weird and freaky to play the F4 so early. F4 as usual, he said. As usual. It's not so usual, in fact. Alright, Steve. Let's try to do something different against Steve. I don't think I ever really played E3 there. Now, Mr. Coffee's got me into a proper Tory attack, rather than the, everybody plays like knight c3 and all that junk. But this is like a proper line, so we can just play our normal King's Indian type of formation. Save a dog. We could transpose to a kind of hedgehog with c5 symmetrical English. Really have a better idea, to be perfectly frank. Or we could play e6 and wait and see what he does. So Aditya Pandey takes on c6, and I gotta think about this for a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna go consult the Pandey. Just reminded me that somebody was not here for the stream. So he likes interesting openings. Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, well, it's not h5, but it's a really dynamic opening. I like to see it. But bishop takes c6 is a little bit unusual there. So William's going to have to think this out. Alright, so the early exchange on c6. I guess I have to take with the d pawn, unfortunately. I'm a big believer in central preponderance of pawns. You know what? Maybe I could take either way, to be honest. With a B pawn, and then it gets kind of funky. Like he could take on F5 there. So he could take either way on F5. I confess to not really knowing much about it. I know that it's like considered harmless, but I don't even know like which way I'm supposed to recapture here. Nah, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to take toward the center. It's a really tough call for me. I don't know which way to go. Has the pawn to become accustomed? He was wandering around, you know, the center of Budapest today. He's a little tired, that's why. He went for a walk in the city park. Almost got arrested by some zookeepers because he got a little too close to the zoo. And the zoo is right on the border of the city park. So it was a kind of scary afternoon for Ponda. Alright, castles. B takes he has to be the best according to Soltigo. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call, and I really would like to think about it more. But I can't. So I won't, right? That's what they say. Alright, guys. Thank you again for being here, for watching the stream. We've got Ayesta. I didn't even realize it, man. Just automatically accepted you in the simul. Good to see you back around here. Had a similar game yesterday in Blitz. Actually, more than similar. It was the exact same position. Blitz or Rapid Chess. I've got a Cairo Khan here. Anyway, everybody, thank you for playing and taking part. And yeah, the Budapest Zoo is great. Actually, it's a terrific zoo. You know, it's not like what is it, San Diego or whatever, like the most famous zoos in the world. But it's quite a good zoo. If you do visit Budapest, you should definitely check it out. I think it's definitely one of the better zoos I've ever been to. Okay, knight c3 here. And we could do the double fianchetto thing there as well, but we'll stay in mainline Queen's Indian territory. So, Ponda is still jet lagged. He was having his nap. He was a little traumatized. Animal Protection Agency has been here already. Alright, now, seriously. Well, I'm just playing on instinct. But I really just need to develop my pieces, I guess. I could always bust with d5, bust the center there. Alright, now, we've got the classic Queen e7. What is Aditya's rating? I knew a master named Aditya, but they're actually from a different country. So, it's interesting. Indonesia. The guy I knew. Okay, now knight takes e5, queen e7, queen h5 check, g6, g6, knight takes g6, queen f7? That runs into a slate problem. Queen f7, pawn takes f5, and then I can't take? That's weird. This is freaking me out. You also have knight f4. What's the deal with this? Queen e7, queen h5 check, g6, knight takes. We could always sacrifice something. It's not looking real convincing. You see, if I played dc, I would have queen d4 additionally. That doesn't make a whole lot of difference. This really should work. Queen e7. D4, actually, Pichu was talking about this. Yeah, I didn't even consider D4. Well, anyway, I think I've got to do this. Although I like to think things out, you know. A lot of people, they see like they have a forced move, and I guess it's okay to sort of make it. But I kind of prefer to really work it out anyway, even if you know that you probably need to play it no matter what. I feel a little bit more comfortable making the move. Merle Dixon, something different there with Queen C2. It's so big you literally need 6 to 8 hours each day. Oh, the San Diego Zoo. I've never been there. I mean, I just heard stories about it. So Bishop G5 from Bomba is great. A very aggressive variation that I know nothing about, almost. Perfect. So, well, I knew one thing, like bishop takes f6 is really like kind of a bluff. That's true. The real point isn't bishop takes f6. Let's move a little bit faster, guys. So Soltigo. Is it expensive? I'm sure anything good is expensive, right? Bishop g5. Yeah, the classical Sicilian. Wow, you're pretty sure you saw 25% of it. You were there for 6 hours. That's a full day at the zoo. Alright, let's just go. So this is the first time I've used this time control 30-30 with the 40 extra minutes. Usually I did 30 extra minutes. I got a lot of time pressure, so I gave myself an extra 10. Hopefully that will work out. Alright, let's go back to the old standard. So S4, we did have a wild game, I believe, in this type of variation once already. Knight f6, e5. Is that a real thing? I think I might have played g6 in a game, but that's a little risky looking. But like, again, like e6 is kind of passive, so it's hard to decide what to do here. I'm gonna go with this. Bishop f4 from Super Sebi. The Miles setup. Miles and Miles. Yeah, whatever. Alright, this is safe. a4. Alright, well, you're not castling queenside if you do that, which changes the dynamic here. Very well. If you're not castling queenside, then you can't go completely berserk on the king side. But then again, I can go berserk on the queen side. He's probably going to play like f4 at some point. There's also queen a5, but then he just plays queen d2. Yeah, that's asking for trouble. Oh, unexpected paper fell down from the wall. Infinite Flash Chess. Yeah, we're back in Europe. Thinking too long here. Yeah, we've seen this a lot lately. So I'm going with the Rubinstein variation. Okay, Ayesta and I have had plenty of battles in this type of stuff, and I still never feel like I completely know what I'm doing. b5. What about b5 here? Can we try that? Is that crazy? Okay, main line. Sorry guys, I can't commentate, you know, constantly as much as I would like to, as I do in the rapid games. With all the games going, I need to concentrate a bit more. Alright, so Mr. Coffee, standard stuff for the King's player to have to face. Alright, I gotta move. Gotta move a little bit faster. And now Merle Dixon. What am I supposed to do here? Try to take it out of book a little bit with queen c2. It's not a very aggressive move, but at least it leaves us in a original type of position. b3, I wonder. Discovery shouldn't really do anything in the event of b3. So that's what I'm thinking. Just do b3. Alright, knight on bd7 from James, and I have played e5 in this position before, or in a very similar position. I think it's still good. I mean, is this the exact same position we had before? And my f2 is weaker, though. So Bombas just moving, chugging along here. Very aggressive setup. I guess I should think about playing h6. Then he, like, has a lot of different moves, actually. Queen c7. It's pretty boring. Don't normally like to go for that. The Lou dropped a piece. Forgetting I could capture there. And then save a dog. This is a very sharp variation. Okay, now we're facing bishop takes f7 check, of course. So there's one game that concerns me thus far, the game with Bombist, who's also like one of our toughest opponents always. Closest to a flash emote has been announced. Alright. We do our normal routine here, I guess, against Mr. Coffee. Gonna give me the Blumenfeld again, since he crushed me. Well, you know, you like interesting games, and oh no, the draw variation. I had this yesterday. I managed to beat a guy, but my position was worse. Yeah, I mean, I have to do CD and Queen B3, and it's... Darn it. I meant not to play that. So now I'm freaking out. When I caught myself in a position where this is actually good for him. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? G6 knight takes, give him my rook style variation. Queen takes E4 check. And if king F1, I have bishop A6 check. So if king D1, he has to play like king D1 there. If king D1, then he's starting rook E1, but I take back on G6. Yeah, there's several possibilities here. G6 takes. Queen takes E4 check. King D1. And then queen takes G2. Rook E1 check. King F7, and that's good enough for me. Alright. I guess. I don't know the right variation. Yeah, I mean, I never played the Latvian or whatever, the Schliemann, and I know a little bit of main line, but you start playing obscure stuff and I really don't know it. Shamir, welcome. Alright, Queen D2, so now Bombas is acting like he's going to castle queenside. Well, that's fine. You know, go ahead and do that. He's a practical player, I've come to understand. How about bishop F4, kids? Does anyone ever do that here? Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Let's go for it. Alright, yes, we're going to play Blumenfeld again, which is fun. I saw a similar position the other day here. E3, CD or E3. Can't let him just play D4 for nothing. Yeah, we could get a similar game in this one against Acerbate. So I think you're supposed to play D5 and then knight FD7 and some... Actually, my knight is on a weird square there. It's on F6 already. I'm not sure if I'm playing this correctly or not. Knight E4. Am I supposed to do that? For real? So, the draw variation. Let's not. This is what I did in my blitz game. So we went with the calculation here. Queen takes E4 check. If this variation works. I was supposed to take on G6 first. I'm such an idiot. Hopefully it doesn't make a difference. Pichu quickly played this move. But now it like transposes to a bishop F4 type of position, which is probably okay for me. H3. Yeah, this move order may have messed me up. I have queen takes G2, but that's no good. I have to take here. You could play knight F6 though. What about it? Knight F6. And then he has what? All different moves. anyway, this should be okay. It probably doesn't make a big difference. Knight to d5. Whoa. So did I have this against someone else? Pretty sure I did. Maybe even James. a5. Bumps. He's a little unpredictable. That's a good move, I suppose. What's up with the panda? Just me not moving, you thought the screen was frozen? Don't corrupt the panda. Hello. I did enjoy my time at the zoo, but I didn't really go in. I was just looking, you know, from the outside in. He was afraid he would get stuck there. All right. Well, okay, S4 goes with a crazy move. Very much his style. Incisive. Alright, same as my Blitz game from yesterday. The only person who plays this is Normans Miedzes. Queen takes G2. And so I figured this is unclear. I hope. I figured. E5. Alright, now we go. John Paul Wallace against Salem Salah. Alright. There was a very interesting game from one of those Isle of Man tournaments where John lost. Interesting game, but I think it was Salem Salah. It was very, very interestingly played by Black. Alright. So what do we do here? We take the pawn, he liquidates everything, like queen takes d5, knight takes e5. Trade queens, it's like a draw. Or what? That doesn't add up. Yeah, actually, I think we might have had this against somebody in Blitz. Like queen takes d5, knight takes d5, queen takes d8, rook takes... No, knight takes f3 check doesn't work. Queen takes d8, rook takes d8. And then you can do your worst with the discoveries, but there doesn't seem to be anything special. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, bishop f3. And then bishop protects pawn. We're a little bit better there. Something like c3. He's kind of paralyzed. But I really would hope for more here. I would hope for more. Had a similar but not quite the same position, I think. Didn't get a notification. That's weird. That is weird. Alright, I'm just burning too much time. Burning through the time. Time burning. Fog, brain fog a lot lately. It's apparently due to anxiety. Queen takes d5, knight takes e5, queen takes d8, blah 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 blah. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5, c3, that's lame. We've got to do something else. Alright. Might have had the same game with James already, or if not him, then it was someone else on the stream. Another Queen's Indian reversed against Acerbate. So, Soltigo, we did play this, right? The structure. Play the structure against Super Seb. Welcome, guys. A BT. What is BT TV? I'm ignorant. I know. Don't remind me how little I know. But knight h5, no. Queen b6. And queen b6 might actually not be that bad of a move. Something of a weird move, though, because I want to put my knight on b6 sometimes. Knight takes e5. Bishop takes e5 kind of kills the whole game. I'm not in love with that. It's an emote website or something. Emote. Remote emote. There is just like bishop b7. It looks a little strange. It is strange, probably. Okay. Well, whatever. I guess I should take it. sort of gross, but otherwise I'm just slightly worse. Keep the tension or simplify. So this position I decided was at least not clear, which is a good start. Where do we put our bishop now in this thing that's becoming like an old Indian? I guess there's no reason to actually put the bishop on g7. I don't want a bad bishop anyway. Okay, so Pichu getting aggressive with the queen a5 now. And it makes a lot of sense, because I have nothing better to do than like lose a tempo basically. I could play c5, but it seems wrong. I could also play like bishop h2, but I'm afraid it's too slow in nature in light of like bishop e4. So we just lose the tempo. This was our game from the other day, Soltigo. You're repeating the same variation. That's very original. Now, Ayesta seems to be better here. He's played this professionally. I was thinking of doing something a little crazy with the h5. The Ponda inspiring me to do insane things. It looks a little unsound. You have to admit, like... It really looks a little over the top. I remember when Nikolai Borgia once played like bishop h6 against me in this type of structure somehow. And it was a really good way for him to develop without trading pieces. And ironically, you know, I'm thinking of playing h5 and like bishop h6. But I guess it's better just to be safe than sorry. Super lame move. Bishop c4 from Crow Chess Fan. Not a very common move. Alright. I don't know. Yeah, so I wish my knight was on g8 still. I guess I can go there, huh? Yeah, bishop c4 was a bit of an unusual move. Bombas looking for pretty primitive attacking plans here. I'm not sure he has anything. What's he gonna do, you know? He's gonna castle queenside? Like, seriously? The initial position is not too weak. So Norman's Meets plays this with white. I mean, what is white doing here? I played bishop e3 in my blitz game. Maybe I'm supposed to play a different move, like queen b3. Does that make sense? Rook e1 is a move. I might as well play like the game yesterday, and then at least I have something to draw upon as far as experience. Okay. I remember c3 was an issue. Like, we needed to play c3 at some point. Need to develop here. And then the problem is, okay, I've got to watch for a4, a5. I don't have knight c6 there. Okay, this is supposed to be just bad for white. Like, you just take that exchange and say thank you. Alright, now white is threatening, I presume, something. Queen e8 check. Okay, I have a check on f3. That's got to be a good move. Or g4. But I mean, trading queens, I'm not sure I really want to do that objectively. c7, you know. c7 looks like a very greedy move for someone to play. Queen takes c7, so okay. Let's just develop our pieces. Traditional fashion here. Mr. Coffee with provocative move. Yeah, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't go there. Alrighty then. So Soltigo continues to get into like original territory with this weird move order, taking on a6. Okay, now knight c6, bishop b5. So bishop b5 is like a real thing here. I guess I should just take on a6 at this point. It seems like bishop b5 check is going to be kind of annoying. But who knows? Knight c6, bishop b5. I'm really wasting a lot of time, though. Yeah, I mean, I don't think bishop e5 should really be a thing. Okay, this is turning into what looks like a kind of standard réti. Except he's fianchettoed on the king side, which is a bit weird. Yeah, Bombas doesn't seem to care that his king is in the center. Okay. Check. Quam took an hour to play the main line. I haven't played these lines in ages. I had a game with Hikaru once. My first ever game with Hikaru in that variation, which I never play. So, right, what did I do the other day? Rook c1. That's probably best. Saltigo, well, I mean, the main line seems to be the fianchetto, but most people, I think, don't take on a6, I guess. Maybe they do. Yeah, maybe you're playing the main line, but you're not playing g3, which is more common. That's the only thing that's not main line about it. Am I going to have a problem here? Are we going to have a problem here, Houston? Knight d2. Do I have to play this like a Cambridge Springs? It looks like a Cambridge Springs. Or you've played h6 and I've played bishop h4. I mean, in fact, that's like what it is. So it even makes sense to play knight d2. I think h6 bishop f4 probably benefits white rather than black. We're in a normal exchange. Excuse me, Cambridge Springs. Okay, this move was totally unforeseen. Kind of bothersome. Alright. I really don't want to have to fix his pawn structure, but now he's going to like force me to do that. I lost to him once in 30-40. Oh. What was that? Don't remember that, man. That must have been a long time ago. So we got a pawn for the... You know, we don't have a pawn for the exchange even. We do have development though. It's actually pretty interesting, like taking and playing. Even after trading queens, I might be okay. Well, there really is no choice. So it was a horrible blunder to not play. Man, that was like a tragic blunder. To not play queen g4, queen f3 check. A perfectly good position there, and I ruined it by not doing that. That's pretty tragic. Now what do I do? Okay, you castle there, man. You castle queenside. Go for it. Acerbate. Eschewing material gain. Wait, what's going on now? I don't think I can leave this like this forever. Bishop takes f3. Can I play bishop e7? Okay. Now knight f3. Now we're back to like normal c with the bishop on c4. Yeah, but where does white put the king? There's also some weird moves like bishop e4 check. I have several games against Hikaru, but I lost once. Castles. Alright. This game I was up pawn against him, and he swindled the draw. But he was very young. Wow, okay, knight g4. We gotta go for it. We gotta get a pawn there or something. Okay, after a long thought, he plays bishop f5. That's Merle Dixon with the deep think. Yeah, okay, knight b4. Now I have two ways to deal with this, knight e5 or knight e1. Or just d4, actually. The knight e5 looks kind of artificial. It can be shaken off pretty harshly. Knight d7. Could play f4, though. That doesn't look right. Knight e1 is also not optimal, but at the same time, like, what's he going to do? You know, if I just play here. Miklos Galiash style. So this is typical for, like, bombist, actually. Kind of crazy attacking play. But I don't know what his next is. So I guess I have to try, like, rook b8 and play on the other side. Maybe he's just going to brute force kill me. Bishop f4. Some logic to it. Seems like White's asking for too much around here. What he can do everything, like put his pieces on every random place. But I'm really not sure what White is actually doing. What if I played queen b6? What would he do about the b2 pawn? The Magnus Carlsen style move? Maybe bishop b3? Bishop b3, a5? I mean, it's kind of weird, but I don't know, why not? Rook e2? That's good, I completely missed this move. Oh, that's bad. Not literally good. Okay. Bishop h6. Go for the dark square bishop exchange. Alright. He played f5. Browns goes for it. Very logical. Murales. Yeah, that's it. There's no knight h6 for me. I guess I have to just call it. You know, I call and see what you got. Move 11. What do you think about calling some of the Reti systems Neo-Catalan? Yeah, that seems okay. But I mean, it just doesn't seem like we have a need for two names, right? I might as well just call them one thing so people don't get confused. But that's what a lot of people do. A lot of the chess sites call it that, you know. But I mean, I don't know why. I mean, the Reti is Reti. It should be. I think it's hard for people to find non-playing chess players who own chess sites like chessgames.com or whatever. Like, just, you know, those are just random websites, not really thought out. They put random names in their opening explorer or whatever. Real chess players know, like, the Reti, what it is. It's not just if you play knight f3 on move 1. It's like a particular thing. But I guess some specialists in the English opening might like prefer to call it like a neo something. All right, bishop c2. What are we doing? We're just gonna castle. Let him attack me like mad. Why do I have to commit myself, Soltigo? I'm just thinking like Soltigo here. All right, f5. f5 is probably a decent move now. It's a little risky though, and he's gonna play like bishop a4. Excuse me. Still f5. It's hard to really criticize that move. All right, let's do it. Unless it's just a bad move, which it may be. Maybe. All right, we're going for it with a5. Right. This is a weird position, but I want to kind of keep my flexibility. This is what I was talking about before. Maybe bishop b7, maybe bishop a6. Right. All right. How much do we have compensation-wise here? Not much. It's kind of disturbing. This didn't go down the way I wanted. There is knight f2 check. For whatever that does is like 0. Just have no compensation for this exchange. It's great. Really happy about it. The white square bishop isn't in the game at all. Okay, so it's like my game with Arnold Denker from the New York Open, except we've played h6 and h3. Very similar game I had many years ago. What does naming and opening so important? Whatever. Well, I mean, Two Shark. You know, a lot of people are really into that kind of stuff. You know, details. It doesn't mean a lot, you know, when you're more obsessed with playing, of course. All right, so the e4 pawn, the e4 ponda is pressurized. He's got time to protect it. Now a4, okay. So check doesn't do a lot. What does a lot here? Nothing. We don't really have a clear plan. But then again, it's kind of like my game with Bombast. I mean, where is White going to put his king, you know? Maybe he's going to castle kingside anyway. We have a bunch of games, like, very similar in nature, in all cases. Both sides are really clear where they're putting their king, their respective kings. We know where our kings are going here. Do you know where your king is? Bishop b5, not really a good move. Soltigo, sorry, s4. S4 clearly blundering a trade of queens here was something he would never normally do. No, I'm just being kind of, half joking. I'm half joking with you guys. Let's take this. Time pressure could, you know, be relevant. I'm not going to defend that pawn. I mean, it's enough. Enough. In for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. So, alright, Soltigo. Was this the exact same as our other game? No, it was different. The knight wasn't on c3, right? Now rook b8, but that's kind of weird. Weird how? Rook b8 is okay. I mean, he just goes back. If bishop b5, rook a8. What did I achieve? Poisson is pretty solid, looks like. Alright, whatever. Go back. And now you've castle kingside. Very good. I'll do the same. We know where the battle lines are drawn there. Queen takes c3. I had two games like this against Jennifer Franklock and also Mr. Denker. 1.5 out of 2. h5. That's a pretty strange move, man. I've got to say, I find that to be pretty strange. The Ponda, however, does not. Nice move. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Alright, so you get a cheer from the Ponda. Asterbay was like, I'm getting ready for one of my perfect question mark moves. Can you tell two games out of all the games which is the most exciting? Well, I mean, the game with S4 is obviously going to be very sharp, and the game with Bombast looks pretty scary. So those would be two off the top of my head. They're also two of the highest rated opponents, so that's probably relevant too. This doesn't look like a walk in the park. I'm getting pretty scared. So he did castle kingside. This was what I said. Okay, maybe he'll try to do that, but whatever. No, it's a pretty strange situation for White with his king castle kingside with the pawn pushed up on so far like that. That's a bit odd, you know. A bit odd. I just like the way I said that. It sounded funny. All right, we go the full-on Galiash Miklos here. I don't know if f4 is a good idea, but it's something. Don't have a clue if it's good or not. e4. Now we can play e4. Let's prepare it. He didn't grab the pawn. Instead, preparing something like a timely d4. I thought at least to get my rook in the game. Now Bombast is changed tack a little bit and decided to be sort of normal. Okay, so wow. All right. Smoke is beginning to clear here. I was seriously thinking of trading queens, but honestly, you know, he has a lot of compensation. If I just castled and give him that stinking pawn, well, I mean, I have all sorts of things I could do. We win an exchange, but he'll have that nasty bishop, which is like murder. If you guys are wondering what my plan was here, so am I. Family fork. Yeah, but I can't just leave the situation as... I can't not castle. Knight d4, queen a4 check. Actually, you know, that may not be that bad. Knight d4, queen a4 check, queen d7. Queen takes, queen check. Maybe has some other move. But knight d4, I'd probably be tempted to do something crazy. I'm sure I missed the best move there. I like to do stuff like that. Now, can I play c5 at some point? Finally get this stupid backward pawn unbackward it. May not have much time left. There is knight d7. Whatever that's worth. Alright. Kind of a lame move. Just a bit lame. So, knight e4 is on the agenda. I'm actually thinking about crazy things here. Rook e3. Got lots of options. Queen f4. That's not an option, man. That is not an option. Alright. Queen e3 is an option. Rook e3 is an option. Bishop c2 is an option. Right. Alright. Get the pieces in the game. Alright. Let's just do it. But Crow Chess Fan playing very quick. Now he's seemingly, you know, looking at some sacrifice on e6. This is really freaking me out. Another crazy position. Alright, let's just go. Get out of there. So we're all just looking at the weird bishop b5 here. That's a totally strange move. Knight takes e4. Does that make any sense? No. My famous quotes. You guys are wondering what my plan was? Yeah, I'm sorry I can't check all the chat, guys. I'm getting pretty into these games. Getting pretty involved. Alright, so there is the expected variation there. Right. It's a little like a Philidor. And the d4. So my bishop is really pretty bad. I have a little bit of compensation, I guess. But it's not what we wanted in that game. Alright. Moving along, the central rollers with e5, I mean, that's always like a big idea, but oftentimes it's just, you know, too slow, or you can play e4 to mess up my structure. Like e5, e4 is the big question. It's so tempting to go and start rolling your pawns down. Almost winning a piece here. My gosh, am I winning a piece? d4. Bishop takes a6, pawn takes c3. Bishop b7. Pawn takes d2. That's getting kind of weird, man. Alright. I didn't want to get into this chaos, but here we are. Soltigo. That's another one for you, for your quote collection. Now, Pichu should be slightly worse. Okay, this exchange, I don't know. I like white here. And as I mentioned, Galyash did this a lot. I've seen a lot of Rady games where he played white and he just like did f4 and the other position like just started collapsing. Like it's weird, but it looks really bad for black. Now we actually have a choice, a pleasant sort of choice. My intention was to actually take with the king. It may be surprising to some people, but it centralized connects the rooks. The problem would be rook d3, which I'm 100% sure he's considering, and my king will never be entirely safe there. The other problem is knight. Let's see, knight takes d7. He's got like lasting pressure on this. You know, so I may have to play the ugly e5 at some point, which will basically give him full compensation. I don't think I have a choice here. King's too dangerous. So against Save a Dog, we're just in a sort of known universe, I guess. Mate in 1 is easy to drop here. You gotta love the mate in 1. And I guess we just recapture. I mean, there is no real threat. So we just go here. Which way to take against Mr. Coffee? The knight on c6 I never really liked in these type of positions for good reasons. So unfortunately I think I have to take this way, which is sort of unambitious. And now I thought I might have like g5, but it looks like it's never going to happen. So Aditya just going to crush me. There's one interesting try, maybe, somewhere. Well, I guess I don't have anything. Alright. Well, that looks like our biggest problem right now. c5 sacrificing a pawn. Or like bishop d6 followed by c5. Similar to my game with Denker from all those years ago. Sink the bishop in there, although it's not really that secure here. There's also a4. Maybe that's better. To meet bishop a6 with a5. Kind of stuff. Alright, so other than h5, I mean, I think black's position was normal, but h5 was a really strange move. Now we go for bishop trade. Trade the bishops off. Alright. Mr. Acerbate, I could play e4. Probably, but not quite sure how it would work. Now, alright, Bombas is not down with castling. He's been studying with Soltigo. He's all over my f7 square. It's a little like s4 too. I don't know, I guess I messed up last move. Maybe on g5 I automatically captured it when I shouldn't. I should have just played like knight h5. There's actually nothing wrong with this move. This may turn out to be the undoing of my position here. Just automatically took on g5. Really wasn't necessary. Okay. C'est la vie. I justified Quam's play too by allowing this. Really, really totally justified it, man. The loss of tempo variation. Didn't white have d5 here? Possibly. Yeah, but that's kind of weakening. Yeah, probably he shouldn't do that. Alright. So knight f6, knight g5, queen d7, bishop a4. That's good. It's still not a big deal though, is it? Yeah, maybe. Alright, I should castle. Before it's too late. Takes here. Now I'm just down a clear exchange with no compensation. Wow. Is black like threatening d4? What's going on? Anyway. Nice. The one move tactic. Just wins by force. Just resign. Alright, that was good. S4 comes up with another move now. I'm not going to waste my time with the game with Bombast. It's classic Bombast. He just destroyed my old position with bishop takes f7. I missed it completely, but I messed up the move before. I should have played knight h5, and I just routinely made that move. It was a huge blunder. What is going on around here? I'm already lost. The first game I said was interesting is already gone. We just resigned because I was dead. I mean, I just didn't have a move. Just did not have a move. Okay, c5 or e5. Just a very solid game by white. Very, very solid. Man, it's like a positional genius. Okay, congratulations to Bombast. Indian players, by the way. Right, but I knew this guy in America from Indonesia with the same name. I guess it's a Muslim name. I don't know. But, do we have g5? No, not really. He's going to beat me. That's going to be loss number 2. So Steve with knight b4 now. Which, you know, looks a little strange. I've got queen b5, double attack, but I can't really take the pawn on b7 without allowing a lot of counterplay. Now it's like I'm playing s4 again. Just going completely ballistic. This seems to be the way to beat me, to just play like an absolute caveman. Wow. It's a Hindu name. Okay. So they have Hindus in Indonesia? That's weird. Shows what little I know. Alright. G4. Man, this is super scary. If I take on F takes G, knight G5, knight H6, knight takes H7, my gosh. I just want to give up already. I'm terrified here. Alright, whatever. Knight E4. Wow, dude. This guy James is tough. Everybody's tough, though. I mean, I shouldn't even bother saying it anymore. It's pretty remarkable. The standard of play in my simuls is extremely high. I just bring out the best in everyone, apparently. Losing my confidence here quickly. This guy's just owning me. Alright, Rook G1. Like, check this out, dude. Like, there's no fear. You're not playing an international master. You're playing like a beginner. You know, most people are like afraid to play high-rated players. And Super Sebi's like Rook G1, you know? Like, God, dude. Damn. I mean, that's like psycho. Like, really psycho. Just no respect. Rook G1. Yeah, I was joking. It sounds like Ponda. So, all right. Bishop takes F3. Rook G1. That is such a psycho move, man. I mean, Rook G1. Wow. I also don't know what else he would do, though. I mean, he could just castle like a normal person. He's just gonna go nuts. Wow, dude. What am I gonna do? Looks totally crazy. Knight there. The problem is knight f6, knight g5, and I have to play some awkward move. If I let his knight on g5, I won a similar game with white recently. We could play g5, but that just weakens my king side. What's up, guys? Anyway, thanks for playing, and it's fun as always. Queen e8. I wish you guys didn't play so well. I really, really do. White's got to be better here. Knight e4. Mr. Coffee is so solid now. I have no idea how I beat anybody in this position. And regardless of if you're like 1200 or 23. Man. There's just no way for black to win, I don't think. I mean, there's got to be a way, but there shouldn't be. So, now we've got a situation on our hands here. Aditya. I gotta bust out somehow. I mean, g5. I gotta do something. Just owning me. Steve is playing well too. Yes, they're ridiculously solid. So he stopped bishop c7, which was key. Even if I lose a pawn, I'd still have a lot of compensation now. I don't really know what to do. Kind of at a loss here. Bishop d6 and c5, I guess. We just do it. Sack a pawn or whatever. Maybe Aditya there didn't have to take right away. Like, it might be better not taking the knight. S4 went with knight b5. Pretty forcing move. Doesn't give me a lot of options. I like have to take it. We're both okay there, I think. Now rook d1. I'm glad I didn't play a3, actually. How about... Yeah, we can wait. Rook d1. Man. Okay, now what? f4? 4 not working too well here. I really ought to play d5. As bad as my bishop is, there might still be some hope. Speaking of bad bishops and bad situations in general. I was expecting Kwame to like take on f6. That would of course be a mistake though. So, well, I mean, I'm equal here. But I don't really know I'm gonna, you know, make progress. Now, this game is probably suicidal for me. I could take on g2. Okay, let's try that. Just go for it. Alright, now save a dog, play knight. Knight f3, I have knight f6, which is the point, right? And we win a piece, I hope. We're supposed to win a piece. Yeah, so Super Sebi goes with this. Pawn takes pawn. I might have e5 in some positions. And this move is like forced, so c5. But what does it do? Do we play like Magnus Carlsen in the endgame here, or what? Take with the bishop on c5? We don't have to sack it right away. I mean, I could do something cool. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. I guess I could castle queenside, but I could also just play a6 and force his hand. I'm putting my pawn in the right color. So Soltigo thought a long time, naturally. Played, what? Knight b5? Maybe he spaced. I feel I'm messing up a wonderful game. Yeah, I was concerned. That's for sure, you know. But I'm not so sure you messed it up just yet. Don't start any of that reverse psychology stuff. Alright. Where should my king go, actually? Yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned about this. What am I doing? He's messing up a wonderful game. I'm not believing you. You're not telling the truth. You're playing too well, man, to be messing up a wonderful game. No. And you look at his time. He's still got plenty of time left. You didn't come close enough to messing up a wonderful game. Unfortunately. I mean, I guess it's possible to mess it up, but I doubt you can. Alright. Queen e7. Now you need to leave the restricted area. You're in classified territory. Classified? What? Okay, Queen b6 from Merle. Merle, the Earl of solid play. Master of trickiness. All that good stuff. Bishop d7. Get out. Time to get out. Okay. Now I can play f4. For better, for worse. I don't really like it, though. Wait a minute. Pawn takes pawn. You try that. Steve has actually almost made his h5, his insane looking h5 kind of makes some sense here. Rook f4. My whole position looks a little strange after rook f4. Making the whole thing look like it's made sense, this h5, which it shouldn't have. Alright, enough. Enough of bishop a6. Let's just keep moving. Move it along. Mr. Coffee, how in the world can I play this without you being like better? Yeah, this is pretty awkward. So rook takes g4. I'm scared. I'm super scared. The weird Dutch. So I played pawn takes pawn, and then Aditya immediately played king e3. That's a crazy looking move. Wow. f4 check. Check him out with the king e3. So instead of rook hf8, e takes d4 was +1 for me? Wow. f4 check. I think that's our best practical chance. Alright, we try to stay practical. First he had the mate in one, now he has the mate in one and the queen attack, but he's hanging his queen. Okay, so that's just too many pieces. I think. I hope. h3. I don't know. I'm still worse. But maybe there's still some hope. This is pretty passive against Mr. Coffee. I don't like it. Don't like where that's going. Merle the Earl. Thank you guys for supporting the stream and just, you know, being subscribers. You know what I'm talking about. Now the 95 idea starts to become more relevant than ever. I don't like this move. This guy's playing awfully fast here. Wow, okay. I'm definitely gonna lose. King e3 was the most striking move. She played like immediately. Alright, knight check here, king e7, among other things, is okay. Looks like I've survived to an ending. Here, we're fine. Pretty equal. S4. I assume b5 will be mapped by a4 with counterplay. What else can I do though? There's bishop d4 check. Probably could work both ways for me and against me. That kind of move. So this is not going to be that easy. We'll just play rook b8. Try to keep the weaknesses to a minimum. Bishop c1 now. Good move. Good move. But I get my queen back to a sensible location. Alright. So what is Soltico doing? He's dropping a piece, right? At the end of the day. Okay, now I can play b5. Then there's rook a3. It's a serious problem. I should have played the bishop d4 check. Immediately s4 finds this. No, but he can't play rook a3. It's lucky. Alright. So get out and stay out. Okay, yeah. I wanted to sack the exchange here. Of course, we have all different alternatives. Might as well just build up the pressure. Or do we? Maybe this was a mistake, actually. So Merle's... Wait, I can take on d5 now. He has to take back with the e-pawn. Is that good or bad? Or what is it? If queen b2 c5, I can take on d5. Okay. He can take on e4. I take with a knight. It's probably good for me. Good to be ahead on the time a little bit. Okay, acerbate hanging tough. Reverse King's Indian type situation. But big but here. The fianchetto is not really a normal King's Indian, the double fianchetto, first of all. This is not all that great for me. Yeah, there's some problems with White's setup. He's done a really good job thus far. Maybe I just have to bite the bullet and play like g4, knight h4. I just don't really have a better idea. Wow, queen h6. Okay, I mean f5 would be awkward sometimes. there are no tactics. Forget about that. We could have played f5 like last move. Now I can play rook h4. What's happening on rook h4? I'm just getting myself into a more and more awkward situation here, basically. You think king e3 was a blunder? Too sharp? I'm not sure. Alright. He played it pretty immediately. That's the kind of move I wouldn't expect to be played really fast. I'm thinking of sacking a piece. It's not going to work. And Steve is really kind of rope-a-dope this. What's going on here? Okay. We need to make sure that our stuff is protected, first off. Now he's ready to just double, triple, whatever you like. This is a bit of an issue. Alright, we gotta go here. 95, I must trade. At some point. Coffee Mister. I'm just playing on intuition now. Yes, it's so solid. Chess is hard. Just really hard. You guys are tough. He's like, what, 2000? Yeah. Black's a little bit better here, but I have no clue like how I'm supposed to really do anything. No clue. Alright, let's just keep the tension and see what we can do. So now what? b4 on the queen side. Well, we're just lost. I mean, we're up a strong pawn, but I don't see how we can possibly expect to survive. Take some sort of miracle. Alright, rook c8. Yeah, that's cool. I was expecting you to play differently. So, I sacked the exchange here. It's too late. I guess I could play d5. That's a really weird move to be playing at the stage. It's actually very exceptional move, d5. Pretty strange, actually. I mean, how would I possibly win after that? If I take on c5, he takes with the knight. And I'm like drawing. I'm going into drawn position, probably. This is really annoying. I might have to actually back off. So here, speaking of backing off, save dog, creating absolute chaos. Let's just simplify. Save dog's lost too much stuff there. Alright, Black managing to keep everything protected. Need to channel Miklos. G4, I definitely seen it. Seen it here first. Asterbate just went bonkers. Sacking a piece is absolutely unnecessary, sir. He predicted he would make a crazy move at one point. But look at this knight g5 from Super Sebi. That's just mental. Wow. All I can say is wow, man. A lot of wows. Everybody's good. Some amazing stuff. Gotta be really, really careful now. Right, this is just too much. Too much stuff. Right, that's what I expected. of course. I think it's like a Zugzwang sort of situation here. I gotta get out of the pin. Of course, I could take on d5. It's a free pawn. But it loses time to take it. I mean, I'm up a piece here. You know, should I be worrying about that sort of thing? Now, g4. Better call Saul. Rook c8. Get developed. He's got another file there. Man, okay. Knight h6 for better or for worse. Queen check. Should I play queen there check or rook a7? Yeah, this rook a7 is probably logical. Okay, so Pichu played f6. I was significantly better, but I managed to mess this up to the point where I don't think I'm really much better at all. So that's that. Pawn takes pawn is really lame. Maybe I ought to just do it, you know, just bite the bullet. So I didn't think that Mr. Coffee, Merrill Dixon would do this. Did he make sort of like, did he make a tiny tactical mistake for once in his life? Is it possible? Okay, now we're going for g5 here. It doesn't quite work, really. Darn. I wanted to make this work so bad. Who is this guy again? What's his real rating? 1797, but it's a very, very new account. Not much you can really draw from that. Not much information. g5, bishop takes e4 is okay. No. Yeah, he could just take on e4, among other things. So it was a little bit premature to expect to crack him immediately. The Kraken. Juicebox Wizard, what's up? If I was still in the army, if you're going to become a commissioned officer. What? I was going to sleep, but what are you guys talking about? Too corrupted by the world. Alright, better not read the chat. I'm just looking for a distraction while I try to think of a move here. So g5, he just takes on e4. Now wait a second, I can take on e4 there with the pawn, and then he moves his queen, then I've got problems with my c4 pawn. Though, that's kind of unclear, because I could take on f6 at the end there. Alright, let's try it. Whatever. If I lose, I lose. So Mr. Merle let me dynamize the situation a little bit, which is unusual, but it's still probably okay for him. Because he has queen d6. No, he doesn't have queen d6. I was thinking like b4. Kind of asking for trouble though. Speaking of trouble, there's this position. He's really solid. Now that's protected. Now Steve played, of course. Now my rook is stuck on h4. So we have to do the only thing we can do, right? Like the g5. Man, that's weird. I really don't want to do that. I take it back. No, we're not doing g5. I'm not going to do that. Alright, we got to mop this up. Mop up operation. Here is looking good. We got control. Control of the situation. And we got a technical ending against s4. Don't really have much choice. Against him, we want to keep it as simple as possible. Klom is getting on time, but he's quite quick. So Pichu took back with the pawn, which I really didn't expect. Although it may not be a bad move. He's threatening to play... Yeah, it's actually interesting. Threatening to play e5, trap my bishop, like... essentially trap it forever. So I may well have to play like bishop g3. For better or for worse. But it's pivotal that I control the open file here. So what's going on? a4, a6. Rook c4 is not working. Check and double the rooks. There's nothing better than that. Yeah, this move was in the works there. Knight b4. Sort of forgot about that. That's some KG. Mr. KG. Can't play rook c1. I'm kind of screwed now. Play queen c1. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to defend my king side. Okay, now it's gonna just get really weird. Yeah, well, whatever. I'll play f5. Hopefully he doesn't have a rook sacrifice or something. Bishop there, threatening bishop f5 check. This is gonna get more annoying before it's over. Against Save a Dog. Okay, what am I doing at this point? Mr. Coffee is really better now. But I guess it's not fatal. We're just a little bit worse. Alright. What are we supposed to do here? Rook d7. What did he do? c3. Okay. Mr. Merle. Also the other Mr. Coffee. Can I do like e5, e6? It's kind of a creative idea. Wow, does that work? That actually works. But his knight will defend his bishop on g7. Oh my god. That doesn't make sense. He's dropping a piece there. So e5, knight e8, e6, bishop takes d4. Knight takes d4. Then he's got his knight hanging and his center kind of undermined. I'm threatening e7. But at the end of the day, he's just making some obvious move there. That's really ridiculous. It just doesn't work. e5, knight e8. Just walk away. e6. Bishop takes d4. I could play queen takes d4. Right. But in that case, I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's play it for fun. Maybe we'll confuse Merle Dixon. Right, I almost forgot what I was doing here. Okay. So Adichie Panda freaks out and sacrifices the exchange back into a slightly better rook ending, where he didn't have to do that. And now the natural e4. Okay, so it looks like Pichu is hanging in there for sure. I mean, I don't think I'm even better anymore. It's really disgusting that I did this to myself from a terrific position, basically, to get completely outplayed positionally. I mean, you could play rook b5 if you want to. It's my party. You know, but okay, let's just do it. I mean, screw it. It can't be bad. King f5. Threatening the devastation. It's probably a draw, actually. What else am I going to do? Okay, so Kwon backs off. I'm not taking any challenges right now, man. A little bit busy. You have yet to relieve a gifted sub. That might be a Freudian slip. Maybe you should excuse yourself. Alright, knight a4. We gotta play d5 at some point, but when? Quam. In time pressure. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. He takes back with a rook now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's interesting. So, I can take on d4. He takes back with the e-pawn. We take back. The problem is he's going to take back with the e-pawn. That's the whole point. I mean, I guess I can play b4, I mean, for lack of a better move. He went to h5 instead of e8. Why not? So e7, I mean e6 doesn't do anything right away. I mean, it would threaten e7. No, I think I better be careful here. Alright. Double the rooks. But I mean, is e5 a threat? First of all. Let's check. Is this a good move? I don't know. I thought I just dropped something. I just dropped a rook? Oh, okay, that's good. Did he think a long time on that capture? I just dropped a rook. I'm gonna lose my first game against them. Alright. Do have these hallucinations from time to time. Nothing to do about it. So rook check here. Sorry about that. Most unfortunate rook drop from a good position. Alright. You're not very weak in anything, S4. Alright, guys. Let's try to mop this up. What do we do? This guy's played really well, by the way. Quam. I'm just worse now. So we get that rook out of dodge. There's no way in the world I'm playing g4. Destroying my own position. Very solid player. So he took the exchange. Yeah, I underestimated his opportunities here. Looks like. This was a good exchange sacrifice for me, probably. But is it good enough? I mean, it should be. I definitely have even g5. g5 is kind of mental, but it might be necessary. You might have queen takes g4 ideas there. Where's his knight going, though? g5 looks a little nuts. Okay. There's rook e1. But I guess it doesn't do anything. Queen d3. Very subtle. It's surprising. Like every time, Super Sebi always comes up with these unexpected moves. Just maintain the initiative always. Knight takes h7. What can I do? I have to play g6. But I mean, this is still not an easy endgame. by any stretch of the imagination for me. I'm up a pawn, but white has some compensation, as always. Very, very strong fighter, this player. Actually, I mean, I'm afraid that e5 is a serious problem. My rook is just totally stuck out of play. But then again, so is his queen. Maybe that should be my first order of business here, to free the... take the c-file. Immediately is threatening tactics with rook takes d4 in a lot of lines. My knight, like, literally has no good square. White's just better, I guess. Can't let him chase me out. Oh no. Alright, gotta go here. Lucky if I'm not worse now. Okay, this move I overlooked completely. It's good. First of ambulances. So it looks like Aditya just like lost into a king and pawn endgame. This guy is playing knight c4, which looks like I'm lost, but I'm gonna play a few more moves. Acerbate. I feel like I lost 10 games already, but we've only lost one so far. There will be more soon, I assure you guys. Now I can pick up this pawn, hopefully. Strange that he would go into a lost king and pawn endgame. Maybe there's some study-like way to draw for white. Okay, that's a lot of pawns, but I'm gonna take this. We're up too many pieces. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The study-like way to draw. He's used almost no time. He's still got his original time left. Yeah, I'm just in panic mode now. Basically. Save a dog. Please just simplify something. I like how S4 says he's bad at endgames. An outright lie. Alright. Here, rook e5. Rook c5 perhaps. Try to be careful. Alright. We stopped that. Coming to get me. This guy's really strong. So I gotta take this. Oh no. What happened? Rook g3. Do I have a move? May not be that simple, but we'll try this. Wow, Mr. Coffee really being combative here with b5. I mean a5. Damn. Playing a great game. Yeah, this was totally crazy what I did here. I'm gonna lose to Pichu now. Presumably. Speaking of losing, I'm just gonna lose here. I lost like a beginner. Oh my god, I allowed b5. Wow. I have to take on c4 and it's a draw. Well, I didn't see this move either. Missing some stuff here. This just wins instantly. Why would I let him do that? There might be a study-like way to draw. AB, CB, CB, A5, B4, A6, B3, A7, B2. No, he can't do that. Take, 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 A5, B4, A6, B3, King D2, E3 check. And I think I can still save myself. Knight takes H7. Oh my god. Of course. I can take on G4. Did he miss anything? He takes on F8. What? Knight takes H7, Rook takes G6 check, King here. King takes H7. Rook takes G6, Bishop E4, Rook H6 check. Probably losing anyway. But I'm just totally getting stymied now. Somehow Ayeste is better. I don't know. I mean, I thought I was just clearly fine in this game. Now I'm actually worse. Sort of just clinging to life here. This is probably equal. Now he just played really good move, queen there, getting his queen back in the game, and now black's at least equal. Juicebox Wizard, thank you for the donation so much, man. It means a lot. Knight D4. Juicebox Wizard, the leader for the day, the week. I mean, we win a pawn against Merle Dixon, which is very, very rare that can happen. And then here we have a fun position. Lots of fun positions. Why didn't I just play knight f6 there? Why'd I have to be so weird? Alright. Hopefully you guys will get in time pressure. I'm just lost this game. I mean, I should have resigned already. Of course. This is silly. Okay. That was my first game against that player. He played really well. Mr. Coffee also playing really well. I'm in some danger now. I'm worse. He's played a great positional game. And this is getting just typical save a dog, really weird. Weirder and weirder, like, all the time, to the point where I'll find a way to lose, like, up a rook or something. I'm up a rook in a piece there. You would sub, but I can't figure out how to do it with the iPad just yet. You're like me. With the telephone. Alright, B3 trapping his rook out. That's good. But I still need the rest of my pieces to cooperate here. So let's go. Hope I didn't lose something there. Getting absolutely owned here. I just resign this. This was a really strange game. I've just been totally crushed strategically. Alright. Queen takes d1. Mr. Coffee wins in exchange. That's good. That's really good. I'm having a good day here. Oh well. Try to keep it as complicated as I can. I don't know if Mr. Coffee's beaten me. He's definitely got draws. It may happen today. Man, this... I should have played my knight out first, and it makes a big difference. I can take this, though. Alright, we gotta take this. We might be slightly better in the Caro-Kann ending. Now, this move I did not expect. I'm just totally confused. Super Sebi and his habitual time pressure. So b4, this is like lucky if I don't lose by complete chance. Speaking of lucky if I don't lose here as well. Okay, queen c6, rook d6, queen c7. But and then, you know, queen e6 is more tricky. Check this out. Super Sebi with 1 minute left. Bishop e4, rook takes f6. Dude, seriously? Astrobate just donated 477 bits to take the lead with 601. Alright, so this time I'm losing my mind now. I gotta play knight e4, only move. With Nia's rook. So it's like he's got the study-like moves no matter what you do, with no time left. Okay, why don't I just make a normal move? Here, alright. Bishop f3. So brutal playing this guy. He's so tough. Now I'm gonna lose on time. I have no idea what to do. I'm just freaking out. Okay, e5. I'm just losing against Mr. Coffee. Okay, I have a check when I need it on d5. Got a good exchange sacrifice overall, I think. Okay, we still got a lot of time left. The simul can still keep going. It's funny, I mean, it's almost as long as the normal simul. No, I started at 6:30. So if finished by 9, that would be normal. Okay, trade queens. Mr. Coffee. With the very boring system, and he did very well with it. I don't want to trade pieces here. It's a big problem. Oh, he's letting me queen. He's taking the pawns. Mr. Coffee traded queens. Which way do I go? With the knight toward the center, no? That makes more sense. I'm still terrified here. Bishop e4. This is still scary. This is just ridiculous, man. I'm up a rook. But rook h6 check is just... can be crushing, of course. Bishop e4. Give up an exchange or something? Just try to stay alive. Can I do that? Vicha Panda has used no time for the entire game. I mean, that's kind of disturbing. We normally need to use some time, you know, to play. Alright. It seems like we're also getting everybody moving faster. Suddenly. Right. I mean, don't even start with me. Dude, this is like a win for white. King up. With no time left. Like, he does this every week. Who plays like that with 40 seconds on the clock? I can't give up the file. This has just been a great game by black as well. I'm just gonna flag, you know, all my games. Got too many games ongoing. If you guys don't mind taking a little bit of time on your moves, would be appreciated. Just resign. Alright, we lost 3 at least so far. Alright, now this is where we start making moves to win on time or something, where it's like there's no way for you to win. Start making like not the best moves to try to win on time. That's cool. Alright. So, yeah. Doesn't recapture. Wow. Okay, psycho aggressive move. Quam is losing. No, he did take it this time. Alright. That's a draw. Knight takes. Queen takes, rook e8. I don't know. Yeah. This is just a theoretical draw. He's got 28 minutes left. So now Super Sebi won the exchange back, and he's going to be slightly better in that ending. Might as well play it out till stalemate. 2 pawns for the exchange. Totally unclear. This should be winning. Alright, gotta trade the rooks. At least some of you guys are in time pressure, which is good. Good to see. I should just offer a draw, maybe he'll accept. Man. Yeah, there's just nothing to do here. Alright. I forgot that it's check when you do that. Good job, me. Wow, Mr. Coffee coming to life. It's alright. Actually, I should probably stop him, but I don't know. I don't really want to lock it with a knight on the board. Black has the bad knight. Good knight, bad knight. My king is so far from the center. That's one of the worst things about this freaking Caro-Kann variation. It always ends up out there in a really awkward place. Now what do I do? Try to make progress here. Knight takes, or even, you know, forget about progress. Let's just try to be okay. Okay, I have 3 pawns for the exchange there. I really ought to be a little more ambitious. I dropped. Now I did it. I dropped an exchange. Good job. But we're up 2 pieces, so we should manage. Steve, thank you for the game. Yeah. I thought I was better there for a while, but just fizzled out. So Save a Dog is always just extremely insanely good in time pressure. Now what do I do? If we're not careful, we're going to get into trouble here. Ayesta has been really aggressive. Really aggressive. Going for it. There. Not just my time is the problem. I have 3 losses already. Not a very good simul, really. Man, how do we make progress here? Kind of awkward. Go into the ending. The time issue is getting really irritating. You know, you guys are faster than me. Just amazing. Right. King sucks. But as usual, Pro Chess Fan plays very, very solid. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Why? I just did knight takes rook. Why can't it go through? Acerbate just donated as well. Acerbate. I don't know what to do. I just dropped a pawn. Just totally losing my mind. Super Sebi down to 33 seconds. Just playing better and better. $17.68. I'll probably lose to S4 there. The way it's going. He said he's bad at endgames. Right. This is really not a great move. Are we winning a race for who can move faster is the real question. That seems to be what's going on here. Where's my knight? Oh my god, I'm just like lost now. Just massively outplayed by Ayesta. Juicebox Wizard donated $3.21. Alright, try to make me lose on time. Look at that, Mr. Coffee even saw this stupid threat. Ah. Stay away from the chalupa. Stay near the chalupa. Morales is lucky I'm so short of time here. I might have to give him a draw based on the fact that I'm going to flag in a minute. Mr. Coffee, you're down a pawn, yeah. You're also driving me berserk. We're just totally losing this game. But it's not Save a Dog. It was Super Sebi, and I'm getting them like mixed up. You're kidding me, like your king gets to F3 in time? Alright, I'm better there against Morales, but I'm taking the draw because objectively it's hard to win. I'm gonna be a chicken, take it. Look at that, he's got king F3. With no time left. Man, the guy's unbelievable. How can he not be like 2,000 in Blitz at least? Alright, Mr. Coffee. Stay where you are. Juicebox Wizard. With a zombie donation. Someone else we know. Quam got his time back. Suddenly. But we should be able to win this position objectively. He's like making instant moves. Oh, come on, man. Let me play the other games. Alright, wait. No entry points. Check out this position. I'm just totally desperate. Alright. Juicebox is he just donated 11 more. Juicebox is up to 1255, and Acerbate with 1,001, trying to make me lose on time. All right. Gained a little time because of Quam's quick moves. I'm also making quick moves. Now we might even be better against Mr. Coffee. We are down a clear exchange, though. And this game was like insane. I'm lucky to not lose. I don't know. I'm never going to beat S4. You can say up a pawn all you want. It's a rook ending. You got counterplay. My king is not great. You got all the counterplay in the world now. This game against Merle could take years to try to make progress. He didn't take it. We took that. Good move. Just a piece there. He just basically crushed me like a dog. I haven't seen Ayesta in a long time, but I mean, that was probably the most impressive game he's ever played against me. Really just totally demolished me. Yeah, that's the draw. That was the most striking game today. King d3. Well, that's good. At least, yeah, at least it limits his rook. We got something, a little bit of something. I don't know if it's enough to be winning, but at least we're safe for the time being. But actually, you know, what do we do ultimately? Maybe Mr. Coffee can sack the exchange or something. Thank you guys for the donations today. It's awesome. I had a kind of bad day, so I really, really appreciate it. Alright, you're on that pawn, Merle. And I can't save it with anything. Maybe there's some weird way. Not really. Let's try to reorganize. I'm just down to, like, this was just a crush. I had a great position, I was like slightly better, and it all just fell apart. That's 4 games I lost so far. I wish Save a Dog would just resign here. This is really kind of becoming a little bit of a waste of time. Alright, here. Rook d8. That's a good move. Shoot. Okay, I can play Rook b7. Didn't really want to trade here. Whew, man. It's not really what I wanted to do. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee causing trouble. There ought to be a mate. Well, where's the mate? I don't see it. I don't see the mate. Damn. He's not letting me. You're welcome, Juicebox. Thank you. Now he's on bishop d8, so now I can't protect my pawn. Normally, he's going to play knight c5 next. It's another problem. Probably I'm not even winning. Now king back, right? Rook c8. My rook is like ridiculous now, but I can play this. Wait a second. Oh man, come on. What am I doing? Darn. Alright. Do you just want a piece? No. Starting to drive me crazy though. That's his goal, he achieved it. As I said, I'll probably lose this. What am I supposed to do? Mr. Coffee, really, today. Of all days, you have to choose to play the most brilliant game you've played with that rook move. With 41 seconds left, what the heck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna lose. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, how does he manage to defend all this? Yeah, of course. What am I thinking? Was not what I expected there. What happens on rook d4? That's nothing, right? I mean, I'm just gonna screw my structure. Rook takes. King c5, maybe. I'm just dropping everything, yes, Mr. Coffee. Oh my god. Just totally lost now. It's a really tragic result. Niels, yes, you did the simul. By a lot. By a large margin. It's not at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Alright. Well, S4 is still getting a lot of compensation. Mr. Coffee is just totally winning. I feel so sick about this game. I mean, it was ridiculous. I was like winning. Almost winning, you know. It was so good. I was lost and I was almost winning. Now I'm lost again. Terrible. Alright, Bishop F2. Thank you guys for the donations today. We're going to wrap this up. We've got 8 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses, 5 games left. But Mr. Coffee's game, I feel bad that I played it really, really badly at the end. Tomorrow we'll be back 10 a.m. Blitz and Rapid Chess in the morning. 10 a.m. Eastern Europe. Central European time, excuse me. Eastern Central. Bishop F2. This has been a really, really tough simul. A lot of these games with just this perpetually no time left is very stressful. It would be easier if it just was sudden death, I guess. It would be easier to just be done with it. So B4 check. Alright. I think S4 had really good chances at one point. Mr. Coffee still has some prospects, some possibilities to lose. And S4 still finds a way. A totally unexpected way to just draw. I knew I'd never win this game. King B7. Maybe there's some way. Can I try this? Just when I thought I was winning, I'm not. You know, that's very disturbing. Takes A2. Rook takes E6 is nothing. Okay, I have to come back and then pray there's some way I can make progress. This reminds me of a game I had against Atzel Gergo last year in the spring, in the first Saturday GM tournament. I don't understand that comment, Nils. Like, I had a much longer beard like a couple weeks ago. I had like almost a full beard. It's kind of a weird timing. You missed the real beard. Alright, knight here. Maybe we ought to keep him honest there. Now Mr. Coffee's just lost. It's pretty bad. He was in really bad time pressure though. He was probably totally winning. We haven't beaten Merle Dixon like in years. But this might be a win. Still not 100% sure. It's a really tough one. It's probably a win by like a, you know, barely the minimum possible margin. You're not a long-time fan. I haven't even resubbed yet. No problem. Poor Mr. Coffee. But I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for me because I lost already 4 games. That was horrible, though. We were both making a lot of mistakes toward the end. All right. Now how do I do this? Like, how do you make progress here? Like, I guess you don't. You just sort of pretend you do. I can't imagine how I can win this. Maybe there's like a way. I mean, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's possible. Sacking a pawn with like d5. Yeah, theoretically it's a break, but I don't think it can ever work. He's just going to play the only move, you know? Which he knows, and I know he knows. He knows. It's a cute position. So we got this game. What happened? Oh, he offered me a draw. I'm so sorry, Aditya Pandey. You offered me a draw and I just let it run? Oh my god. I never would have done that, but I never went down to check, and that game never popped up because the drawfer was like standing. I'm so sorry that I didn't accept it. You guys probably tried to tell me, but I didn't notice. For real. I never would have left him there, you know, without accepting the draw. Well, I feel kind of bad about that. Yeah, Mr. Coffee, good game till the end when you got ridiculously low on time. Do you believe in the fortress? Yeah, I never thought I was going to beat you, S4. Never. I mean, you gave me the thinking that there was like a very faint hope I would win. But, you know, dude, honestly, there's one way to try to win, really, only here. Actually, there's like no ways to try to win. I mean, I can play a5 if I want to, or even like king b7. But he knew when he's playing all this stuff with like f5 that this is just nothing. So we'll have the last game with Merle Dixon. I always feel bad when I have a lost position, Mr. Coffee. It's my nature. If I didn't, you know, I would be in trouble. We can't enjoy losing. I don't think too many people enjoy losing. Alright guys, we're going to be back 10 a.m. tomorrow, assuming that, you know, S4 sees it in his heart to accept a draw. I could play like king b7, rook d3, a5, b takes a, king a6. And then S4 just has to probably let me take the pawn on a5, and then he gets counterplay. Whenever I take the pawn on a5, he plays like rook a3 check, and I have problems. But there may be some insane study-like way for me to attempt to win that. I really kind of doubt I can win, even if I had a lot of time. So 10 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, 1 game remaining. I'm sorry again, Aditya. I totally thought the game was drawn already because it just won't pop up. Like, you didn't make your move. You know, you should really make your move and offer a draw. So you offered the draw on my time, and I didn't get time to respond to it when the board moved me to another board. So just, it's like normal chess, I guess, over the board. You should always offer a draw like with your move, but that's like hard to do here. Alright, so we walk over here, we try to take this guy out. I'm too tired to play this correctly. Maybe I can play king d7, something cute. Can we win this? I want to try. I mean, I believe it should be winning. Knight e5 check. This is probably a bad move by him, actually. Probably a seriously bad move. Let's see. Because he's going to lose time. You know, he's going to be further away from the pawn, actually. on g4. Except for the fact that he's not. I'm an idiot. Okay, but there's a trick. I have like knight c4 and king d7. If he goes king f6, I have knight c4. And then if king g5, king d7. Now I'm taking the pawn, and it's exactly like my game with... Well, very similar to my game with Homie. Mr. Atzelgergo. It might have even been... But that was a b pawn, I'm thinking. So, can this be won? Probably not. It's probably a study-like draw by Merle Dixon. Very similar to S4. And the fact that I never beat him. I need to interpose my knight, basically, on b4. And that's probably too slow. Even have a remote chance of working. So it's probably just a draw. I don't know if this is a good move. 10 wins, 5 draws. 10 wins, 6 draws, 4 losses. You thought king b5 was a natural way to advance? King b5? Probably I had much better ways of playing this. But I don't think this is a win. The rook pawn is just bad. It's just a bad pawn. The worst possible pawn. It is outside though, giving me a little hope. King f4, king d5, king e3, king c4. Move the bishop and knight b4. Then like king e4, a5. No, he could have problems here, actually. There's nothing wrong with that move. Yeah, that's fine. King g5 is actually fine. It's like a waiting move. It might even be the right move. King and knight need to be connected. Everything needs to be connected. This is fine. Just a draw. Merle Dixon, 1886, right? Is this a joke? Just an easy draw. Now you just take. But there's no other way for me to attempt to win. Yeah. I was probably winning, but it wasn't easy with the time situation. Well, now I have a lot of time, but it was too late, you know. I mean, once we got to this position, I think it's a draw. Here, maybe there was a way. But this is too late already. So like here, how do you win this position? I guess I played 95 check. That was bad. Is that what Pichu's trying to say? Pichu's trying to say that knight 95 was bad? Probably. I should play king b5 first. And then wait for him to make a move. But I mean, whatever. He goes king f6, then I have to make a move. And he's going to go up. He's going to eat my pawn. It's pretty much the same thing. Maybe I get my knight to c6, though, with the king on b5. Take it. Then I'm still going to have other problems. Wow, dude. Very accurate. King d7. Yeah, Mr. Coffee, I think it's a good system. You're doing the right thing. Now this is just a draw. Mr. Merle Dixon, impossible to beat, apparently. I beat him twice back months ago. And he goes to a8 where there's no way I can ever get him. Instead he's like going to a7. It's kind of a weird move, but whatever. Now you just go to a8. And I put you in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Bishop f2 should hold. Okay, guys, a good simul today. A lot of my subscribers and friends here. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. CST. Hopefully we'll get the other stream setup working. Yeah, he could have played bishop takes knight pawn, which is weird, actually. Alright. 10 wins, 6 draws, 4 losses. Congratulations to Bombist, Pichu, and who else did we lose to? I don't remember. Selectively. We lost against Poisson, which was a new guy. And Ayesta just crushed me. And we had one guy who's on the blacklist, Salah Zaid. Oh no, 2. Mohammed and Salah Zaid. That's great. So these guys are really cool. They basically, you know, signed up for the simul, took 2 places away from people. Alright? So I'm just going to block, because that's not cool. Alright, you block you, because it's not cool. You can't just sign up for my simul and then not play. It's absolutely not cool. Alright, we'll get that done, and make sure I never accept their challenges again. Mohammed was like, he's got like 1,000 games. I thought, okay, these guys will be legit. Alright, we'll block them so they can't play anymore. What am I going to do? Alright, sorry people, but it's not cool. They took 2 spots away. So I was actually only playing 18 games, and it still felt brutal. I'm not really feeling 100% yet. But hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. It'll be good. It would have been interesting if you accepted your pawn on b4. I'll check that out later. Okay, guys. Have a great day. Thanks, Soltigo, for moderating. Thanks for your help with the, by the way, with the stream setup. We'll get that running in the next day or two. And thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Blitz and Rapid Chess here. So, anyway, Merle, you're lucky to draw. It was plus 5.6. That's cool. That's not cool. Plus 5.6. I didn't think it was that bad. You were down a pawn, and it was like 5.6. That's interesting. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.